How's it going, everybody? Roger Sherwood, Knight and Real Estate Advisors, here to talk about how to choose a realtor to work with and choosing the right realtor for you. Now, it's no secret there are many realtors out there in many different markets. Specifically, I'm talking about the Greater Hamilton and Greater Toronto area for my case, working with my team. So, working and finding the best one for you, it might be a little bit difficult just given the abundance out there that are available to you. But there are many different types of realtors, many different types of brokerages, teams, service levels. So it's good and important to know who's working for you when you're dealing with the biggest asset of your life. So you've decided to buy or sell a home. It's a very exciting time, and now it's time to choose and hire the right realtor to work alongside you. And the first bullet point I have, don't feel the pressure to use someone just because they're a friend or a family. And that's myself included. I mean, I know a lot of people that are maybe getting in and out of the market. Everybody always seems to know a realtor, but just because you know them doesn't mean you have to work with them. And that person may or may not be right for you. So be sure to do your homework on them as a professional. You know, they might be your friend on the weekend, but how are they as a professional? What team are they on? Are they on a team? What brokerage do they work for? What service levels do they provide? So be sure to sit down with them, of course, dot your I's, cross your T's, see what level of service they offer, any presentations that they may have for you. But you're going to want to interview a few realtors just to kind of see what the differences are out there and just to see what service levels are provided. So don't be quick to just pick a friend or a family member. That's myself included. Make sure that they're able to do the best job for you and that they are educated on the market and they have a team that's going to be working with them. Or if they don't have a team, make sure that they have some administration help or good help on the brokerage side of things that they work for. So many things to check there. But second bullet I have here, check for references. If it's somebody's first day on the job, you know, you don't want to be maybe their first deal, I would say, or perhaps maybe they've had a couple deals go sour or go sideways, or maybe if you were to talk to their previous clients, they would say, hey, yeah, that guy was never around. That, you know, we texted him, we called him, he was hard to reach. He seemed to be just too busy for us. Check their references, see, you know, who they've been working with, and maybe even talk to some of the people that you know that can refer you to these specific realtors that might be able to help. Number three, ask about their services. As I alluded to in the first bullet, service levels are everything in this industry. We need eyeballs on your listings. We need email, text, call support when you're out looking at homes. We need to make sure that you're working with somebody that is working hard for you and going to bat for you, not just collecting a commissions check at the end of the day. So make sure you ask about the service levels. Highly trained and reputed realtors, they should be able to speak confidently about the service offerings that they have. Personally, at the Knight and Real Estate Advisor team, we have a couple of different presentations tailored towards whether you're buying, selling, investing, leasing, commercial, residential. We have different packages and different templates that, you know, it's not always a one size fits all soft service level. We have specific templates, and then once we sit down and meet with you individually, we like to customize and tailor those presentations towards everybody's specific needs. So definitely ask about the service levels. That's a big one. Fourth bullet, interview at least 2 or 3 realtors. Like I said off the top of this video, you're going to want to see some different service levels out there. You're going to want to talk to different professionals out there. There might be somebody that you click with and get along with right away. There might be somebody that maybe, you know, you're not too sure about. So definitely meet face to face with a few different realtors, and that goes for everything: brokers, lawyers, accountants, you know, even picking and choosing your friends. You don't just pick and choose your friends on a whim. You want to sit down with them, have a talk, have a drink, even, you know, get to know them on a personal level. That way you can see, hey, this guy, you know, he means business, or this woman, she means business. So it's a big deal to get face to face with them, ask them about their service levels, and do it for 2 or 3 different realtors, I'd say, at minimum. Fifth bullet point I have, examine a realtor's business model and track record. Like I said, if it's their first deal, you know, maybe you know them on a personal level, maybe they were working in a different industry, maybe they have the level of professionalism, but maybe they don't. Maybe they're new to the game, or maybe they weren't doing so well on the last few deals, or maybe they haven't done well in general. You need to know what your realtor's doing for you and their previous clients as well. That way you can see the level of consistency and the level of referral-based business that they may have. If they're doing business with somebody and that person wouldn't recommend anybody work with them again, that's tough. That's a tough one to get through. That could be a one-off. It could be a unique situation. You don't want to jump the gun and judge a book by its cover, that's for sure. But definitely make sure that you're not seeing a trend or sort of that track record where, you know what, I'm not getting the warm and fuzzies about this person and the service or customer care that they might provide. So definitely do a little bit of homework on your realtors and on your professional power team in general. 6th point, don't pick a realtor based on price. If you're selling a home, it's your responsibility to pay the realtor out of the proceeds of the sale. And there's a growing trend right now with discount brokerages and, consumers are focusing too much on the commission rates. There's that old adage, you get what you pay for, and it still holds true today. If you decide to use a discount realtor, then, at least know what services will be included and excluded. There's a lot of red tape sometimes. There's a lot of behind the scenes or fine print, if you will. If you're working with a professional when you're dealing with the biggest asset of your life, there's not going to be any fine print. There's not going to be any red tape. It's going to be cut and dry. Here's what we offer. Here's the service that we provide. Here's how we're doing better for our clients than the competition. And it's going to be in black and white. You're going to see real data, real numbers, real profits coming back to you by working with a professional. So definitely understand the difference. I'm not saying, there's all sorts of different service levels and brokerages out there, and everybody is suited for different offerings, but definitely understand and know what you're signing and know what you're getting into when it comes to picking a realtor. Don't just base it on price. There are times where you might pay a little bit more on one hand, but it actually might yield you a bigger return by paying a little bit more upfront. And I can get into that in a little bit more detail. And on my team, we have some real-time numbers for you, showing you how our team does more deals and at a higher profit rate than the competition. So definitely be aware of that. Next bullet, a realtor should have knowledge of the area. If your best friend lives in Toronto and you're trying to buy a home in, say, St. Catharines, they might have an abundance of knowledge on the Niagara region or St. Catharines in general, but odds are they're doing a lot more business out in the Toronto way or the GTA, just as an example. So make sure you get a local expert that's in the trenches every day in that area that you're working in. Make sure that they have done deals in those neighborhoods and in those cities. Just because you're buddies with somebody or you're dealing with somebody that does really well for themselves in, say, Toronto, and you want to work with them, but in St. Catharines, that doesn't necessarily mean that they know what's going on in the specific neighborhoods of St. Catharines or in the city in general. So make sure that you're working with somebody that's knowledgeable in that specific area that you're working in. Last bullet I have here, use multiple means to locate a realtor. There's many ways to find a realtor: internet, referrals, newspapers or online newspapers nowadays, mailers, magazines, all the marketing that you sometimes may get to your door. The more you search for a realtor, the more you'll notice the differences. And we may look at the same outside, but if you dig a little deeper, you'll quickly find that realtors aren't all made the same on the inside. So personally, I think referrals are a big one. If your friends and family are trusting a specific realtor, then odds are, you could trust them as well. Make sure that you're working with somebody that's in the trenches, in the specific cities or neighborhoods that you're working with or wanting to find a home in. Do a quick Google search. Find out, hey, who is this person? What team are they working on? What brokerage are they associated with? What are they doing in their communities to better the neighborhoods that they're within? What sort of marketing strategies do they have? If you're going to be selling your home, you should be checking out what marketing strategies they're using to list other homes. If it's tough for you to find their listings or homes that they're working with, or if it's tough finding them in general, odds are it's going to be hard to find your listing. And that's not what you want. You want as many eyeballs on your property as possible. You want to be working with somebody who's going to be attentive if you're working on the buy side of things. So if you're seeing something you like, texting your realtor, hey, I found this property, I really like it. If it takes a day for your realtor to respond to you, hey, that property could be gone. if you're talking to a realtor and they're not really understanding what motivates you or what your why is, if it's for your kids, you want more space for them, or if you want to be in a better neighborhood, a bigger house, a nicer backyard, if they're sending you homes that really aren't pertaining to you and they're just not getting through to you or you're not getting through to them, you don't want that to happen when you're halfway through the home hunting process. You want to make sure that you're vetting the professionals out of the gate. That way you know it's a smooth transition heading into the home buying process from A to Z. Find that professional out of the gate and make sure that they're helping you through and through with a level of professionalism, working hard for you, and making sure that they find you and they help you find the best investment for yourself or for your family. So there's a lot that goes into it. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope that maybe there's a couple of things that maybe you weren't thinking of when working with a realtor, or what's out there in terms of, hey, if I list my home, who's even going to be seeing this home? Yeah, realtor.ca, but there's a thousand, tens of thousands houses on realtor.ca. We want to make sure that your home is getting the maximum exposure that it deserves. And we want to make sure that your home is number one, top of mind for everybody looking at the specific home that you have. So if your house is 3 bed, 2 bath, 2,000 square feet on the Hamilton Mountain, we want to make sure that everybody who has that search criteria in their mind is seeing your home and seeing your home first and with the most abundance. When you're out buying a home, we want to make sure that you're working with a professional that understands and suits your needs and schedules. If you work with a realtor and they only work in the daytime, but you work till 5 o'clock every night, probably not going to be the best fit for you. If you want to go out and see specific houses in Hamilton and your realtor's from Toronto, probably going to be tough for them to get there on a daily basis and with a level of urgency. So pick the right one, pick the one in your market, pick the one that your friends and families are working with, pick the ones that you see in the community doing better for themselves, for their communities. There's a lot that goes into it. So like I said, hope this helps. If you have more questions about working with the right professional across the board, not even just real estate, just across the board, let me know. Hope this video helped you. If your friends or family will benefit from this video, please send it on to them as well. Again, Roger Sherwood, Knighton Real Estate Advisors. If you want to reach me by email, roger@knightonrealestate.com. If you want to send me a text or give me a call, 905-920-6593. Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy the video.